much to catch up?
3. Well, you can say 4. That's hers.
That's okay. That's okay. Even when I'm not teaching, I'm keeping count. You have 3 to just catch up.
No, you should say 4 because I'm trying to beat you.
You have 4 to get ahead of me. I'm not erasing those points and giving you a fresh start each time. You should not let me get that much ahead of you. We're doing wide reading, but we're keeping the same points up all day. So if you guys let me get really ahead, it's going to be impossible to catch up, right?
So we're going to do wide reading right now?
I'm going to read.
You going to read to us for wide reading?
I'm going to read.
Mother Goose. It says Mother Goose. Mother Goose, Goose is crossed out. It says Mother Goose.
That's okay. I'm waiting. See if we can sit quietly while I pull this up here. That doesn't sound quiet to me. Okay.
Is that Mother Goose? Mother Goose.
Yep. I'm waiting for all eyes up here. So I'm going to read Mother Bruce to you today. I'm about to flip through the pages and just look at each picture and see if you can get an idea of what you think it's going to be about. We're doing this quietly and then we're going to turn and talk, okay? Look at each of the pictures. You guys are going to talk about it.
Are you supposed to read to us?
I will.
I can't see this. That ain't Mama.
Okay. So turn and talk about what you think the book is going to be about. Give you 2 minutes. Remember, we got to be quiet because they're
to know what that function is for me, so you're really that big. You said, it said mother though. It said mama.
We were almost perfect at coming together when the timer went off. We'll try it again. Okay, so does anyone want to share? Macy? Okay. One more. I got time for one more.
You leaving?
No, I'm not leaving.
He was walking through the woods and then started following him.
1 second, Michaela. Oh, it's going to be so hard for you guys to catch up. What are we doing when someone, our classmate is talking?
Be quiet.
Are we talking?
Shut up.
No. We're quiet.
Who said that?
Say what?
Do we say that?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said be quiet.
Okay, well, I heard what you said, but don't say that, okay?
And
Michaela.
then
Yeah, I
he
need to
started following him everywhere he went, and then the mother, she started to meet the bear, and then the mom the bear that they needed to watch it, and then the bear just went away.
Okay. So, just because we're running out of time, I'm going to write these 3 words on the board. And I want you to pay extra special attention to these words as I'm reading. So the words are grump, 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 okay, and stern. Grump, stern, and one more word.
Pesky.
Pesky. Okay, so what's this word?
Grump. Stern.
All together.
Grump. Stern.
Remember, we're using whisper voices because we're testing this for one more time in whisper voices. And when I'm reading these words,
You want to hear them? Wait. You read the book?
I'm going to read the book to you. And when I read the book and you hear the words, try to think about what that word means and why.
Me?
What do we use when we're trying to figure out what a word means?
Ooh, context clues.
Yes, Serenity. Okay. What's context clues? Jordan?
Context clues are that you use to figure out something. Like if you were to figure out a word, you could look at the sentence around the word and then look at the details that it gives you to tell you what the word means.
So Jordan just gave us a way to find a strategy to find context clues. He said, look at the sentence, the words around that word. Can anyone tell me what another strategy is? Italy? They're in the text. Context clues are clues in the text that good readers use to figure out the meaning of unknown words. So I have 4 strategies up here. Jordan just said the first one. Michaela, can you tell me what Jordan said?
He said context clues are. I couldn't really hear him because he was speaking in a low voice.
That's okay.
I guess I was, so.
So the first strategy, just because we're running out of time, we read the sentences around the unknown word. Right?
Yeah, so you can figure out what it means.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know a word and you read and then if you don't know what a word means or what it says,
Yeah.
then you can read the sentences above it
Yes.
and then read the word that's next to it and then maybe you can figure it out.
Yes.
Jack ran down and ran home.
Yeah.
And he said Jack ran down the street
Yeah.
and ran home.
Are we listening to Serenity? Christian, put those up. Okay, our second strategy. Look at the text features.
What's the text? What the story's about or what pictures? It's in the text.
We're going to talk about a lot about text features later, but you guys have reviewed text features before.
I can't remember.
Remember stuff like your caption, your pictures, your illustration, your title.
Okay, we did that.
Okay. Number 3, think about the word parts. Oh my goodness. I will be taking some brownie points today.
Be quiet. She's gonna have 20. You're the main person talking.
Macy, I see you talking too.
Shoot first.
No. Our last strategy. What word comes to mind? So we all just read grump, stern, and pesky. I know we all had a bunch of words that came to mind, so we're going to share about those. Substitute that word for the unknown word. Does it make sense? I'm going to put our definition of context clues up here. And I want you guys to take your reading notebooks out and just write those 3 words. And when I read them, try to think of a word you think that word means as I'm reading. So just flip to a blank page and write those 3 words and give yourself space to write your own clues, okay? We're doing this quietly. Okay. Let me go put down.
Don't move my foot down.
Okay. So the paper is helping you to remember how we're going to figure out what those words mean. Write down another 3
You
words.
go double move his clip. He didn't do it. He's trying to trick you. I don't know if he's been clipped up today.
You were hooked up this morning.
You lost that. Y'all go back to your seats so you can do what she's asking you to do. None of you have your notebooks. None of you were writing. None of you were listening. Go back to your seats.
Okay, so pencils down when you're ready, and hopefully I have time to read you this before we go to lunch, and then we can come back later. I'm reading this But what you're doing is taking your reading notebook out and writing these 3 words, grump, stern, and pesky. And we're going to use our context
Can we
clues.
skip lines to write them? Put it in the science book. Yes. No. Be quiet.
For those of you who just got to your desk, we're using our context clues to figure out what those words mean as I'm reading. So you write those 3 words, and when you hear me read that word, just write down what you think it means. You don't have to write a sentence. You can write one word or just whatever comes to mind.
So can we skip lines? Because I like to put lines on the line because they look fun stuff.
Yeah, this is a fun little book. I just hope I have time to read it.
So this, so G, I can tell you which one you want. There you go.
Put those up. Thank you, Jamila, Larry, Jordan, Daniel. The pencils are down. I'll start reading.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay. Mother Bruce. Bruce was a bear who lived all by himself. He was a grump. So turn and talk about what you think that word means.
He's always mad.
Remember, we're using our context clues.
He's just bad. What does like mean? Yes, he never smiled. He doesn't smile. He goes, I'm like,
I read this book in first grade.
let's stop.
Do you write it down?
See if you can write one other word that you think of. See our 4th strategy. What word comes to mind? If you can think of another word, write it next to grump. And then once we're quiet, I'll continue.
Miss Anderson, can you write? Miss Anderson, can you write?
Yeah, you can write as many words as
He
you want.
doesn't smile.
Yeah.
Glove means he doesn't smile.
Yeah, because look at his picture. He's not smiling. You can write another word that comes to mind, or you can use, I like Serenity, use the picture. He said he doesn't smile. Yeah, mad. I like Larry's word, mad.
That's what I'm angry.
Yeah. Angry. Okay. He did not like sunny days. He did not like rain. He did not like cute little animals.
Oh, that means he don't like children.
Bruce only liked one thing, eggs. He collected them from all over the forest. Good morning, Mrs. Sparrow. But Bruce didn't eat eggs like other bears. Instead, he cooked them into fancy recipes that he found on the internet.
Internet. Did you say stern or something?
I will stop when I say the word. One day, Bruce came across a recipe for hard-boiled goose eggs drizzled with honey salmon sauce. So he went out to get the ingredients. First, he caught a few salmon. Then he collected honey from a local beehive. He liked to support local business. businesses you see. Last, he went to Miss Goose's nest to pay her a visit. Are these eggs free-range organic? At home, Bruce prepared the eggs for hard boiling. When Bruce came back, but the fire in his stove fizzled, so he went out to get more wood. When Bruce came back, he was met with an unwelcome surprise. So notice how it says unwelcome surprise. Mama.
You didn't read.
You didn't read.
Bruce became the victim of mistaken identity. Bruce wanted hard-boiled eggs, not gooselings. He supposed he could settle for buttered gooselings on toast, but for some reason, he lost his appetite. Thank you for being quiet while I'm reading. Bruce scooped up the little geese and stomped back to their nest. I will have to ask Miss Goose about her return policy. Be back in April. Miss Mother Goose. Only to find Miss Goose had flown south early. Bruce left the gooselings there anyways and went back home. Mama, Mama, but he was followed. Bruce was very stern and said things like, go away, and I am not your mother, and also, I did, and also, I liked you better when you were eggs.
She said go back.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce stern.
So how does Bruce feel about the ducklings?
He doesn't like
He
them.
doesn't like them.
He doesn't like them.
Don't like them. Stern.
Wait, can you read the page? He said stern.
Yes, I'll read it one more time. Bruce was very stern and said things like, go away, and I am not your mother, and also, I liked you better when you were eggs. So turn and talk to your partner about what you think stern means.
Don't like them. Don't like them. He don't like them. He do like No, he don't like them.
He doesn't like them? Annoying. Does anybody else have any other words? So, what's he doing right here when it says stern?
Go away. He looking down
Saying
that
bad
big
things.
ugly.
Saying bad things.
Like saying
He's being very
Angry.
angry, mad,
upset.
upset, annoyed. Okay. Roar! Bruce could take it no longer and became extra grumpy with them. Extra. So we talked about grumpy. Look at him. That's another way to grump. He's being, it says grumpy right here. But that's still being a grump, right?
Right.
Look at his face.
You got a unibrow on the front cover.
And he's very upset.
They gonna focus.
It didn't work. Gooselings always follow their mother, even if she is a he and he is a bear. Bruce was stuck with them. He tried to make the best of it.
At least he did that. He didn't stick with them.
It was hard work. Blech, ew, yuck. He's trying to feed them right there.
They duck food.
Oh, here's one. Annoying baby geese. As the seasons passed, Bruce watched the pesky gooselings grow older. Stubborn teenage geese. Boring adult geese.
Wait, what? Pesky.
So turn to talk about what you think pesky means.
Pesky means only a bunch of animals bubbles. Or running around all around.
Okay, see if you can write one word, and then we're going to go to lunch, and I'll finish when I come back, okay? One word, and then I'll start dismissing. So I'm waiting for people with one word, pencils down, and I'll start lining up, okay? You can keep talking about what it means, but I'm waiting for
I'm done.
pesky. This is what it is. After you write a word? Okay.
Can I get my coat? Well, I'm not done, but.
Jameer, line up. Kayla, line up. Larry, line up. Thank you for staying on task. You can move your foot back up. Jorge, you can line up. Did you write a word?